I know men and women are different, but we are held to different beauty standards. You know, Ed Sheeran can walk on stage in a t-shirt and jeans, and Beyonce, who is arguably far more accomplished, needs to sort of make herself up. How do we get to a more equitable scenario for women? You know, how do we sort of release ourselves to just be who we want to be? And not to say that Beyonce was forced, but that's how Beyonce's always been. That's her image, that's her brand, looking beautiful. But that pressure to look beautiful, perhaps for men, how do we sort of release ourselves? And I know I've asked this question before, but how do we release ourselves from the pressure and the judgment to be beautiful? I think that's the question. It took a while to get there, but that's the question.
Thank you. First of all, I think the initial question we should ask ourselves is, who is really checking? Who's ticking the boxes? I'm sure we all have our baggage and our problems here. And I promise you, I could see somebody's hair or somebody looking good, and I'll admire it for 2 minutes at most. And after that, I've moved on to the things that are actually very pressing in my life. So when you remember that, you understand that you're not living for anyone. You're living for just yourself. I, for one, anybody that knows me would say, okay, Kuku, you've always liked Shakara. That's what my son calls it when he sees me in the morning. And it makes me happy, truly happy. However, there are people that it could be something else that makes you happy. By all means, chase your happy. I'm such a propounder for chasing happy. So, you say to me, oh, you said something about releasing ourselves from this. We are the ones to release ourselves. Some of us actually need therapy. And beauty is not therapy. Chasing beauty is not therapy. When you understand that you need to release who you are, the child in you, and speak to yourself and tell yourself that there are more important things than what you really think that is important to others, you'll find out that you've released yourself. True self-freedom and self-expression and self-love comes in. You find people that should be in a psychiatrist's room or a psychologist's room, speaking to them on their chair. You find them doing it in a doctor's office. And, I would always say this, I wish more hospitals, more clinics, beauty clinics would invest more in psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists before investing or before they touch any patient. Because you'd kill yourself. Today, as maybe some days back, having a big bum was in vogue. Then the next minute, you need to have a flat behind to look nice. What happens? You cut it off? People become suicidal. It's not necessary. The most important thing is when you've come to self-actualization and self-realization, that being who you are, being comfortable in who you are, and accepting those things that are not perfect. I promise everybody here has something that they're conscious about. Accentuate those ones you love. Those things you love about yourself. Concentrate on them. Even in love, when you love someone, you try to concentrate more on the good things about the person than the bad things about the person. Not that the person does not have bad sides. So the true release is when you've come to accept yourself and love yourself the way you are. If you like to look chic, do it. You don't have to do it with designer clothes or expensive things. Just look nice. Looking nice does not mean look expensive. That's my opinion. Thank you.
I know we have to round up pretty soon, so I want to ask everyone very quickly, what would you say to your younger self or younger people? And it doesn't necessarily have to be anyone younger. What would you say to younger women or just women in general about beauty and self-actualization?
By the way, the question you asked before about Ed Sheeran and Beyonce, here's my question. If it were Rihanna that showed up with the t-shirts and jeans, would we have had a problem with it? Exactly, because that's who she is. She's herself. Herself is, I'll show up in whatever I want to show up in, which just tells you that at the end of the day, authenticity wins. So yeah. By the way, I'm Team Rihanna. Absolutely. Okay, but what would I say to my younger self? I would be like, Latasha, you always had the juice. You have the juice. You will always have the juice. Don't even sweat it. Don't slack. Move forward. You have the juice, and you will always have the juice. You will never go out of style.
Wow. It's personal for me because I think I struggled my entire life with feeling like I just was never good enough, beautiful enough, tall enough, you know. So it's taking a lot for me to get to where I am now, to be able to show up as myself. And it's a constant struggle. I mean, I'll be lying if I'm saying I still don't have. But one of the things that I've learned is everybody has their struggles. Everybody has, no matter who you look at, Beyonce, Rihanna, if you find them in their quiet moments and they tell you the things that, they're insecure about, everybody has those insecurities. It's something that I had to learn. But you show up anyway, and then you start telling yourself, actually, I'm okay. You were saying, why do we have the pressure to feel beautiful? The truth of the matter is everyone is beautiful. You are already beautiful. The question is, do you believe it? And it sounds like what, motivational speakers say, but it is truly what I have come to believe. And actually sitting here today, my friend is here. What I was going to wear was a question, and I'm here in shorts. I don't do it. The people that know me, they know. I have issues with, so we're here having an authentic conversation, right? So I had polio as a 3-year-old. So I walk with a limp. I have, one leg that's slightly shorter than the other. And I'm being really open and authentic because all my life, I will never show anybody my legs. Never, ever, ever. I'm 46 now, and I'm finally deciding that you see me and you like me as I am, not am. I will never be Miss Hot Legs, but I can come in shorts and it's going to be okay. And I'm doing this not for anybody, but just because so back to the question of what I would tell my younger self, or what I would tell, anybody, any woman of any age is really, I think it was Akuna, sorry, I was going to say Kuku. I know that Kuku is not her name. Akuna, who said, first of all, nobody's checking for you. That's the truth. Really, everybody has their own problems, their own. So we spend so much time thinking people are going to be, nobody's really looking at you, one. But two, more importantly, is confidence is the thing that if you wear it, no matter what you think you look like or you don't look like, people will open up to you. You will end up attracting your tribe, your vibe. And in showing up as yourself, you automatically give other people the permission to show up as themselves as well. So I do what I do because I feel that if I do this, then maybe more people will feel, I can maybe somehow make other people feel like, oh, okay, if she come in wearing shorts, maybe I can wear shorts too. So my younger self and to all the women out there, what I would say is, look, you are already beautiful. Whatever it is that you want to do, wig, no wig, natural hair, no natural hair, makeup some days, no makeup some days. Confidence is the best garment that you can wear.
Thank you. What I would say to my younger self is beauty is skin deep. I'll tell myself, Cuckoo, beauty is skin deep. Because like we said, beauty trends, they tend to change season after season. So I'll say to myself, and I'll say to every young woman here, like my co-panelist said, confidence, aura. People are attracted to aura. You find some women, they're not the most beautiful in the room, but they come into a room and they light up the room. And you find out that Even if it's the men you're trying to attract, they gravitate more towards them. Even their fellow women gravitate more towards them. And you ask yourself, what is the secret? Why this person? It's aura. So invest in yourself. Invest in the best version of yourself early enough. And you'll find out that you would keep. When I say invest when I mentally, invest spiritually, even in eloquence, the way you speak, in the way you treat people, learn to love. People would gravitate towards you, to you naturally, without trying too hard. People would understand what authentic is. They see through you, I promise. So beauty is not the issue. There's some very beautiful, stunning women by all standards that will walk into a room and you wouldn't even want to speak with them. But there's some people that their welcoming smile, the way they are, you just want to talk to them. So I think aura, confidence, is your best weapon. So I'd say that to myself. If I was young again, my confidence would be top notch. Thank you.
Okay, can I quickly?
Very quickly.
As a child, this is also something I know. One of the reasons why my confidence has always been at an all-time high is really because of the way my mom used to hype me as a child. So I do not hesitate to hype my nieces. My niece now is about 18 months. When I start telling this baby how beautiful she is, she actually starts laughing, like her teeth are shining, and she can tell that I am praising her. My other niece is 7, and she's dark-skinned, she's brown. I tell her, who is the most beautiful brown-skinned girl in the world? Like, I take her features that are specific to her, and I take it to the moon. I'm like, who is the baddest brown girl in this room? Like, she's like, it's me, Auntie Tasha. I'm like, damn right it's you. Absolutely, it is you. My mom used to tell me, you are the most beautiful, you are the most intelligent. I've never seen a girl like you. Your smile is out of this world. And I took that with me as gospel. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. This is exactly what I feel about myself. So for the mothers here, please, it is never too early to start telling your girl child exactly how wonderful they are, because they are going to need it. It is the armor that they are going to need to face the world as they go out. It is extremely important. Extremely.
Add something as well. And then as women, paying each other compliments is so important. You see women, they find it difficult to say to each other, oh my God, you look beautiful. That could make any woman's day. Just try. Your tribe of friends, appreciate them. Tell them they look beautiful. Probably they've come from a very bad and maybe abusive morning. And just those 3 words, you look so beautiful, would change the whole day for them. Let's do that more often.
Okay, how many questions do we have? Okay, two questions.
This phrase, women should support women. So I just want to know, how do we actually support women? It's not just telling us to support women, but how do we go about it? How do you, the panel, go about supporting your fellow women? I can't patronize you. Maybe I don't need your service, or if I do not have the funds to support your business at that time. How else do we support each? So that's a very specific thing. So I can't support it because I'm not financially able to, and I don't maybe need it. That's fine, that's easy. You have social media. Even if you're not on Instagram, you're on WhatsApp, right? So you can decide that all my friends, I'm going to, on Monday, promote this person's business. Even if you don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, you have your WhatsApp. You can post your friend's business and just say, hey, this is somebody that I know is doing this. If you need this, hit this person up. Support is very, I don't know, it's not tangible. It doesn't always have to be you walk in and you spend a whole lot of money. Word of mouth is support. Even seeing what the person is doing and encouraging the person is support. It's just in whatever way you can lend support. That's pretty much how to do it. You said women don't always support women. I actually don't agree with that. I think that this women supporting women thing, by the way, this statement, it's a very annoying one because there is no statement like men supporting men. Why does there have to be a statement about women supporting women?
Latasha, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, there'll be a statement like that
No.
because women naturally, we are catty. Whether you like it or not. People see us, they've made us out to look like catty women or a catty set of, or a catty gender. So that is why it's almost, that particular phrase is to remind each and every one of us that we actually need to make that effort.
But men do not need reminders for this either.
Because we're just coming into the turf.
Okay, but you know what?
You know, recently women started playing strong in the business turf. That's the truth. Right now, if you go into Lekki Phase 1, if there are 100 stores, you have about 90 of them as female entrepreneurs. So that's the truth. So now it's almost a conscious effort to help us build as a tribe. This women that used to fight in the kitchen.
Let me say this. I just think that because womanhood is just this very big thing that encompasses so many things, right? I understand the idea why we should band together. However, I am also not going to take my money and give to someone only because she's a woman. I am not going to do that. I am going to give it to the most worthy person in the room. And if it so happens to be a woman, wonderful. However, what I will do is create opportunities where I can give back specifically to women because I'm a woman. So spaces like this allow me to do that. This is a women's summit. And I will lend myself, I will lend my voice, I will lend my experience to spaces like this because it is for women by women. This to me is a very solid way that women can support women. Sitting down and sharing, because we are natural sharers. Men are not sharers in that way. Women are. So to me, these are real examples of women supporting women. If it is a choice between a worthy man and a worthy woman, then I will give it to a woman because I'm a woman.
Precisely.
Exactly. But this women supporting women, I think it's something that we will need to have a whole nother panel for to break down the pros and the cons of that phrase. By the way, I would like to shout out to my own baby support system, Nene Bejide. When you guys talked about collaboration and not over competition, she also has a PR company. And I get a lot of work. Do you know what I do? I outsource to her. I bring her in and I'm like, Nene, this job is too big for me. I need support. So Blanche Eagle is going to come on board under my company and we'll do the project together. Sometimes I'm like, Nene, the budget, this is it. You are going to pay me. I'm not going to determine what I'm going to be paid on this project. So she determines sometimes on a job that I have brought what I'm going to get. That to me is women supporting women.
Do we have any more questions?
Sorry, I just wanted to say
Okay,
yes.
sorry.
That. Sorry.
Yes,
Wait,
I wanted
just
to
one
say
moment. One second, please. Sorry about that.
Because every time I hear this statement that women don't support women, I'm like, this is a lie from the pit of hell. And it is time for women to stop every time you hear it, to refute it. Women are naturally supporters of each other. We are community beings. From the beginning, nobody's teaching us how to support each other. This idea, why me, I'm an unapologetic feminist. So if there is opportunity, she's not what they'll give her, because men are giving foolish opportunities to each other. When they want to run, political, whatever. When a woman wants to run for office, all of a sudden we need to have her entire resume. She must be perfect. And everybody is scrutinizing why her. But so many men, nobody's asking questions. The assumption is that if he's on the ballot or if he's up for the job, he's qualified. When a woman wants, then we suddenly have to begin to examine from head to toe whether she's 100% qualified or not. How many positions are there for us in the first place? Please put her there. I beg, when we get there, we'll be figuring it out together. So me, I don't have any problem with it. Support each other fully. I show up for every woman, any woman, anywhere. Now, you give, I support you and you mess up, then you are a human being that has messed up. Not that all women are messing up or anyone. Please, I beg.
A round of applause for this panel. Whoever set this panel up to be the last panel planned this event appropriately. Thank you so much.